All right, hi guys. This is a video recommended in our Discord server by Shubham. It's called China Rejects Pakistan's Advice on Uyghur Muslims. Uyghur Muslims. Um okay, so let's just play. Let me know if you have my audio. Everything okay?
On China's treatment of Uyghur.
Wait, let's go server.
What's your stance on China's treatment of Uyghur Muslims?
Frankly, I don't know much about that. If I had enough knowledge, I would speak about it.
I do not know the exact situation of this. I would never talk about it in public.
We talk to them privately. We don't make public statements.
We do not talk about things with China in public right now because they're very sensitive. That's how they deal with issues.
Wow. That's such a okay, so that was then. That was a while back. Oh, frankly, I don't know much about it. Sure. If it was India oppressing Muslims, you would be so, this is, I think this Uyghur Muslim situation has made it clear. I mean, if it wasn't already clear, that even when Muslim countries talk about human rights and defending Muslims, it always, for some reason, for some mysterious reason, it always aligns with their political interests. Somehow, magically, Muslims that people want to defend their human rights, every country when they're defending it, for some reason, they like, oh, those other Muslims, oh, I don't know, but who, what was this? What this? I don't know. What? I haven't researched. I'm so busy. I have other things to worry about. If it's not in line with their political interests, and especially given how close Pakistan, how many trade deals Pakistan has with China, like, yeah. So I don't know. What are you talking about? Uyghur? What? But if it's the Muslims who are being oppressed by your enemies, then yes. It's a human rights violation. The whole world is silent. Why is nobody paying attention to these poor Muslims? Again, I'm not saying people shouldn't be paying attention, but again, I don't want. My philosophy isn't that we shouldn't. Like, for example, even when it's not just Pakistan, by the way, right? For example, United States, right? United States cares about Muslims in China these days more than before. And also cares about the poor people in Iran being oppressed by the Ayatollah regime. But it doesn't care about the people, human rights violations in Saudi Arabia that much. In fact, they put Saudi Arabia at the head of the Human Rights Council and the United Nations. Sounds like an Onion headline, but that's what they did. Because Saudi is their friend and Iran and China are not. So... But does that mean that if these countries all of a sudden pay attention to human rights, even if they're in their political interests, we should be like, oh, we're not going to take advantage of the fact that you're paying attention to this? No. Human rights violations don't get the attention it deserves. So when governments pay attention to it, even if it's not because they actually care about these people, even though it's because of political reason, unfortunately, we have to play with what we get. And when we get that, when we get any amount of attention, we have to accept it and we have to welcome it, even if the intentions are not good. I'm going to play the rest of this, but let me see what this chats are saying. I see Shubham, I see Soha, I see Marco. Hi guys, everyone in live chat. Guys, if you're watching this, Marco is also on Twitch. P2020 is also on Twitch. Telling everybody to follow us on Twitch. Yeah, guys, if you want to follow us on Twitch, link is in the description on our YouTube channel. Anyways, and if you're watching this not live, that means you have subscribed, but you didn't hit the notification bell. If you want to join in with the live stream, make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when we're going live. Anyways, let's continue with the rest of this video.
Deflection and deceit. Two words that sum up Imran Khan's approach towards the Muslims of China, the millions of people who are suffering state-sponsored persecution and genocide.
By the way, even this political anchor. So Imran Khan, I don't know, people know, right? Like we're dealing with China. Imran Khan is Pakistan, and this is a Indian TV channel. Do I need to clarify that to people, or is that obvious, right? People know who Imran Khan is, right? or do people know it? Or do I need to even explain that, right? So I hope I don't have to explain that. Okay, so we have China, we have Pakistan, and we have India. Is, you know, the good thing about this channel is that this channel also has its own political agenda. Everybody has political agenda. Nobody cares about people. Nobody cares. They all just are spreading their ideology, right? These people think they are like, yeah, Muslims, but no, China represents money, and between Islam and money, we pick money, of course. And these people are like, oh no, we care about human rights. And that's why this Indian channel, this is, again, somebody in the live chat is pointing out that this is a channel that propagates BJP ideology. And for people who don't know, that's like right-leaning, not right-leaning, alt-right Hindutva, Hindu nationalism in India, right? So now they're also pretending like, oh, we're calling out hypocrisy. Look at these Pakistani people. They pretend that they care about Muslims in India. They pretend that they care about the Muslims who are being oppressed in India, but they're silent about the Muslims who are being oppressed in China. And it seemed like they're calling out hypocrisy, but they're hypocrites because they themselves don't care about the Muslims in India. They use the Muslims in China to divert attention from the Muslims being oppressed in India. So everybody here is I don't want to swear, is a hypocrite, right? You know how you know people are not being hypocrites? When they defend the people who are their ideological enemies. Okay? That's your signal that the content producers that you're listening to, that's how you know they're actually on the side of human rights instead of just giving you propaganda. If you see your content creator defending the rights of their ideological enemies, then you know you're not being lied to and they actually genuinely standing up for human rights. That's how you can tell. Sri Ram is saying you are absolutely right. Thank you. Oh, true, but they covered this before most other channels. Well, yeah, again, we take it, even though people are being hypocrites, we take advantage of any attention that again, just because I'm saying they're hypocrites, I'm not saying we shouldn't take advantage of the fact that they're bringing attention to it.
The story is an old one. Initially, Imran Khan tried to avoid all questions on the topic. He feigned complete ignorance. He said he had no idea what was happening with the Uyghurs in China. Nobody bought the line, even though he was called Im the Dim. He couldn't have been so, dim. Then Imran Khan started deflecting the questions, came up with excuses like he knew but not enough to comment. Imagine saying that to journalists. I know but not enough to make a comment. Doesn't work. Then he said that he would never raise the Uyghur issue in public because the Chinese are apparently sensitive people.
Oof.
They are.
Wait, hold on. This is kind of racist. These people, again, I don't like it when people use the Chinese government and the Chinese interchangeably. Be careful with that. It's not the Chinese that are sensitive. It's the Chinese government that is sensitive.
So are the Pakistanis, it turns out. They've not been very...
Oh my God, so are the Pakistanis, it turns out. This is like, imagine saying this on a US TV. Imagine the outrage of the woke, not just the woke, but genuinely anti-racist people. Imagine saying like, so are the Chinese are sensitive. I should say, so are the Pakistanis. Holy crap. Do you think this would be, imagine if somebody said in even on Fox News, if somebody said something like this, there would be a blood in the streets the day after. Well, actually not, I'm joking, but yeah.
Turns out, they've not been very happy with their Prime Minister's betrayal of Chinese Muslims. Public sentiment in Pakistan on the Uyghur...
Wait, I want to hear that part again. That was pretty brutal. Yeah, the Chinese are sensitive. I saw the Pakistanis. Oh, that's on like TV. Wow. Hold on.
Apparently sensitive people. They are. Well, so are the Pakistanis, it turns out. They've not been very happy with their Prime Minister's betrayal of Chinese Muslims. Public sentiment in Pakistan on the Uyghur persecution is very strong now, and Imran Khan is caught in a bind.
Oh, look at the BJP all of a sudden being the champion of Muslim rights when it's not in their own country, eh?
He has to find a way to calm both his people and the Chinese. The problem came up with a report, an internal assessment report on Uyghurs, a report of the Pakistani government.
It's so interesting because a lot of these reports come from the same sources, the same human rights organization produce these reports that produce reports that in India, how bad the situation of Muslims are in India. But when it's very interesting because all the because when you have reports that, oh my God, look at the situation of Muslims in India, these people are like, lies. This is the West is trying to make India look bad. Like they're spreading, they're they're against our country. They're just like the whole world is united together to create a narrative to make our country look bad. The same people are like, oh, here's a report in China. Like, that's the truth. They just accept it. Like, look at this. The Pakistan is ignoring. Look at all these reports. How could Pakistan ignore all of this? Look at these hypocrites. I'm like, okay, you're being very selective with the reports that you're accepting, right? Yeah, everyone is looking for something. You won't get any outrage from South Asians. They will celebrate these channels even more and parrot those words. Goes to show how racist they are. I wonder who's writing her script. Again, very nice to hear my cute. Oh, Julian, I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna ban you.
It claims to have found, quote unquote, seething anger against the Chinese regime among Pakistani citizens. It says that the treatment of Uyghurs in Xinjiang in China has impacted religious opinion in Pakistan. A number of Islamic journals across Pakistan have been publishing commentary critical of the Chinese regime. Some of them have found a mention in these assessment reports. In this report, in fact. Let me tell you their names, the names of the journals. Ishraq, Ahle Hadith, Muhaddis, Payam, Al-Burhan, Al-Ihtisam, Usawa Hasana, Tarjumanul Quran. These were some of the journals. There are many more. And they've all been publishing detailed accounts of the plight of Uyghur Muslims in China.
Well, there are better reports than that.
They describe Xinjiang as a police state. They call the situation technology-based slavery. They say Beijing is trying to enforce the Chinese way of life on
soon to be purchased in India.
The Uyghurs.
And I'm pretty sure, like, if India could get the Indian government, not India, the India BJP party, if they could get their hands on that technology to use against minorities in their own country, they would do it if they could afford it.
And that it's trying to systematically bring the Uyghurs to extinction. The stories they carry, let me tell you, are quite detailed. They come with facts and figures on the diminishing population of Uyghurs. They talk about the presence of Chinese officials in Uyghur homes. They cite speeches of religious leaders slamming China, left, right, and center. And they raise questions about the silence of the Pakistan government.
All right, guys, I know I have a lot of people, including Shopam, from India. This channel, WION, how do these people cover the situations of Muslims in India?
These stories are published in Urdu, the national language of Pakistan. And so the reach is wide because they are in the vernacular press. And Islamabad is quite worried about all of this. The Orthodox Muslims in Pakistan are a key vote bank of Imran Khan. He cannot upset them.
Wait, who?
His silence on the plight of Muslims upset them. Bank of Orthodox Muslims in Pakistan are a key of this. The Orthodox Muslims in Pakistan are a key vote bank of Imran Khan. He cannot upset them. His silence on the plight of Muslims, the assault on Islam in China, can cost him politically. Imran Khan has conveyed these concerns to China. His government has handed his assessment report to the Chinese mission in
after a couple of years of him saying, like, first of all, I don't know what's happening, and then I checked out, but I don't know much about it. Like, okay, fine, it's happening, but so this is the progress of Imran Khan. This is the progress. Like, Uighur Muslim? What's Uighur Muslims? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Then the next progress, like, yeah, I heard about it, but I can't comment because I don't know much about it. Then people kept on pressuring him, like, what the hell are you talking about? You could just, like, how could you not know about this? Everybody knows about this, and you're a leader of a country. How could you not know about this? And then it's like, okay, yes, fine, I know about it, I looked into it, but I'm not going to comment on it because Chinese people are sensitive. Imagine giving that excuse as a leader of a country. Yes, this is a human rights violation. It's one of the greatest human rights violations of our time. But these Chinese people are sensitive. I can't talk about human rights violations. Come on, we're friends with these people. Imagine like that's supposed to be what you say to the people when the cameras are not on, but then you say something else when the cameras are on. He said that while the cameras were on. He said that to the whole world, like, yeah, human rights, but these are, Chinese, you guys know the Chinese government, right? Right? Are you with me? Right? He openly said that. At least he's honest. British Pakistani atheist saying, sure, Imran Khan's main concern is alleviate poverty in Pakistan, but at what cost? Check out the Secular Jihadist channel about their interview. Yeah, we did an interview with the somebody from the Human Rights Council in the United States that is in charge of looking at the Uighur Muslims. We did an interview. Just search for Secular Jihadist Uighur Muslims. That should show up first on YouTube. We interviewed the main guy on this job in the United States. Okay, P2020 saying, like anyone else, Imran Khan is beholden to his economic paymasters. Yeah. Shopam saying, I personally never saw them cover anything like this about India. Oh, so you're talking about this channel, WION. The most they covered that I saw was Pakistan agenda over Kashmir. So you're saying it didn't cover the whole citizenship situation and the amnesty that was given only to non-Muslims. The WION didn't cover any of that. Okay, so here's another person, I think from India, Sri Ram. Yeah, your name's okay. WION doesn't say about what's happening inside India. Okay, great. We're getting confirmation from inside India. This is what I'm talking. This is why I love our live chat. Shopam saying this channel did cover a lot of anti-China news. So even this comes from their anti-China narrative and not human rights concern. Yep, that's what I thought. This lady is Indian far-right propagandist. Yes, I know. We covered that.
Islamabad with some recommendations. It is incredible, yes. One rogue nation advising another on how to treat its minorities. Let me list out Pakistan's suggestions to China. 1. Come up with...
Wait, so these are okay. So yeah, I forgot I was going through the progress, right? First step was, oh yeah, I don't know what's happening. Second step was like, okay, well, I see what's happening, but I don't know enough to comment. Third step was, okay, now I know what's happening, but I can't comment because Chinese people are sensitive, which is absolutely racist thing to say because he didn't say the Chinese government. The fourth step is like, after so much pressure, after people are like, dude, you're a leader of a Muslim country and you guys pretend to be defending Muslims around the world, and now the greatest human rights violation against Muslims, and you're not saying something. Do something, say something. And what they do, like, okay, here, yeah, China, here, China, we love you and we're not going to accuse you of anything, but here's some recommendation. Go read that. This is what we suggest. Like, don't get angry. This is like, we're not accusing you of anything. Like, come on. Like, these people are asking me, pressuring me to say something. So we're just sending you like a list of recommendation, right? And China responded by telling them to go get, you know what, right? Because Pakistan thought, like, what is the least offensive thing that we could send China to shut these people up about our silence? And they came up with a list of recommendations, but China got offended. Even so, the Chinese government, sorry, not China, the Chinese government got offended. Hold on.
China. 1. Come up with confidence-building measures in Xinjiang.
Sorry, so this is the list of recommendations. Is this a list of recommendations that Imran Khan came up with? Is that what it is?
On how to treat its minorities. Let me list out Pakistan's suggestions to China. 1. Come up with confidence-building measures in Xinjiang. That's Pakistan's advice to China. Advice number 2, get a quote-unquote better understanding of the religion, Islam. Number 3, communicate through reliable and mature religious leaders. And 4, do not see the common population of Xinjiang as a collective threat. Such sound advice from Pakistan. Pakistan should give it to itself.
And to the BGP party, but as well. Okay, none of these recommendations involved the main thing that they should told. Like, first of all, the crappiest one was like, oh, learn about the religion. What? Why? Do you need to learn about Islam to know that you shouldn't be putting people in concentration camps because of their belief in more than 1 million of them? Why do they need to learn about Islam? Okay. First of all, trust me, the Chinese government know about it. The Chinese government studies the crap out of something when they want to take a position against it, right? So they already know. It's so like imagine the government, the Chinese authorities reading this list, like the expert at this job trying to deal with these Muslims are like, oh, learn about Islam. Oh, good, thank you, Pakistan. But did you notice what was missing? The most obvious thing that was missing on the list. How about this? How about do not commit the greatest human rights violation similar to what the people who I cannot mention, I cannot say this because YouTube is going to punish me. Okay. What the Chinese government is doing is similar to who people did what people. And it hasn't been done on this scale for a very long time. Okay? Shouldn't the recommendation be like, hey, China, cut it out, stop committing human rights violations? Like, shouldn't you just be like, you are an authoritarian regime that is arresting people in the millions for thought crimes, and maybe don't be evil? Have you considered not being an evil regime, China? Has that ever crossed your mind? Like, maybe that should have been on the top of the list rather than confidence building and learn more about Islam. I don't know. I seem like that would be a better suggestion. But she thinks that was a good suggestion. Maybe you should send it to the BGP if you think it was a good suggestion. Let me see. The P2020 saying, I think Imran has forgotten that the PRC wanted to rewrite the Quran and the Bible, as I recall. Yeah, well, yeah. Okay, so the PRC is the I think you mean Communist Republic of China. PRC, the People's Republic of China. Is that what you mean by PRC? People's Republic of China. I think that's what you mean. Yeah, so is that what you mean? Hold on, let me see if that's what it stands for. I'm just guessing. PRC China. Yes, People's Republic of China. Yeah, so why hasn't that been the red flag for Muslims around the world? Okay, here's the thing. For many Muslims, I'm trying not to say most, but I think most, but I'm not going to try to say most because it's harder to prove than saying many, but in my mind is most. For most Muslims, let's make a claim that it's easier to prove. For many Muslims, changing the Quran is a way more outrageous crime than burning. No, I have to be careful with my language. YouTube could think I'm saying that myself. With committing human rights violations on millions of Muslims, changing the Quran is a bigger crime, a way more outrageous crime to many Muslims. So it's very shocking that, it's weird because I thought like if putting 1 million Muslims in concentration camps, if that didn't outrage Muslims, changing the Quran is definitely going to outrage Muslims. But nope. China is not Israel. China is not the United States. So it's not going to get the same level of outrage. It might eventually, because atheism is becoming a greater threat to Islam. Because Muslims, when they see the boogeyman they have in mind is like, traditionally it was the Christians. Now it's just the Jews and the Satanists and the Illuminati and all that stuff, right? But still, they have the memories of Christianity being their traditional enemy, and now they're seeing that a little bit of that in Western countries, but not so much, right? Mostly, they think that they are like the liberal Enlightenment movements that they represent. But what they're noticing is that they're losing mostly to atheists, not to all these other group of people. So I think the narrative, the anti-atheism narrative is growing. Like I see the classes that they're putting on, the YouTube channels that are focusing more on atheism rather than these other things that they were traditionally obsessed with. And China is going to be a perfect opportunity for them to be like, look, this is what atheism gets you, right? But it's really hard to change the boogeymans that they have years and years of worth of stories and narrative and fear mongering on, to switch that all of a sudden to making China the big boogeyman and making atheism the reason why they're boogeyman. That's hard to do, especially given that the source of funding for Islamic propaganda comes from Islamic governments who have ties with China. So that's going to be a hard, difficult shift. All right, I'm going to just highlight this, but I'm going to play.
Well, what about China? Does it like the recommendations? Its response is a bit of a rap on Pakistan's knuckles. The message was short and clear. Manage negative sentiments domestically. That's what the Chinese mission in Islamabad said to the Pakistan government. I can rephrase it for you. Deal with your mess. China to Pakistan. It said Pakistan's concerns.
So yes, that was China's way of saying to go F yourself to Pakistan.
Uyghurs are taking the shape of emotions. Emotions that could be detrimental to the interest of both countries. Emotions that could take a toll on bilateral ties. Simply put, China wants Pakistan to stop being emotional, to focus on business, and keep its recommendations to itself. The Chinese, like Imran Khan said, are indeed quite sensitive people.
What the hell? Okay. Hold on. Let me look at some of your comments. Okay, so intellectual something is saying, when I was in Afghanistan in 2003 to 2004, we were facing serious Chinese military material, Uighur insurgency. There is a problem both directions from the hardliners and Uyghurs. Yeah, hardliner Uyghurs. Yeah, Uighur. I don't know. Everybody pronounces differently. But the problem is, intellectual something, is that China wants the extremism on the Muslims in China, because they're interested in any excuse that gives them the opportunity to go full-on authoritarian, right? So the extremists, the minority extremist groups that there exist in that community in China, is something that China wants to take advantage of. That's not something that that's a great excuse for them. Hold on, let me see. Marco is saying, this is one of the main reasons why I got out of my original field of study, international relations. Some countries are just too powerful, so when they ignore international law, you can't do one goddamn thing about it. Interesting. British Pakistani atheist saying, on international matters, the Pakistani army tells Imran Khan what to say and to do. By the way, and he follows. Sadly, Pakistan army is obsessed with India, and their enemy's enemy is their friend. Right. And for people who don't know, India and China don't have a good relationship these days. It used to be the other way around. Intellectual saying, hardcore sects are doing just as badly to each other. The rebel rousers are glad to have another state to wage jihad against. Look at the enslavers over there. Forget about here at home. Yep. Yeah, but I'm way more worried about the damage that a country as powerful as China could do than small groups like that. GV thinks she's better than 90% of Indian news anchors, to be honest. Okay, that's GV, also from India. Edward saying, is Armin a right-wing atheist? LOL. Oh yeah, that's why I'm using far right as a slur against people. That's what, because I'm also right-wing, I guess. That was a joke, by the way. From the hardline Uyghurs and the hardline, yeah, okay. I see what you're saying, but I'm way more worried about hardline People's Republic of China than I am of Uyghur Muslims. Right? That seems like a much bigger form of a nightmare. Here, let me show you guys something. Before you go. Two things. First of all, if you go to Atheist Republic's YouTube channel, you can see in the member-only content section, I have some videos up. I just uploaded a new one that's going to, once I come up with a cover for it, I'm going to publish that to our members as well. So for you to become a member, you just hit on this join button and you become a member. This is not dollars. Don't get worried. This is pesos, right? So it's very, if you want to support us financially, you go to their channel, you can see the first playlist here is the upcoming live streams that we have. The next one is coming tomorrow, like in less than 12 hours. It's here. It's called Cardi B's new song, Triggers Snowflake Conservatives. That's coming soon. I think in about 11 hours, I'm going to be doing that live stream. These are the second playlist that you see is going to be our past live streams. And the third playlist on the homepage of our YouTube channel is the members only content. So this is like a thank you to the people who support the channel. So you can see this one is called Seattle's Office of Civil Rights, taken over by Woke Dogma. This one is Teaching White Fragility Legal. And I have another third one coming that I already recorded. It's about Iran, whether regime change in Iran is a good idea. That's going to be a members only video. Another thing I want to show you guys is that you can see that I got the video for today from our Discord server, which the link is, if you're on YouTube, the link is in the description. If you're on Twitch, the link is in the about page section of Twitch. So our Discord server has this channel called Video Recommendations, and you can see this video that we covered today. It was recommended by our very own Shubham, and I found it from here, and that's why I covered it. So if you guys recommend some videos here, I might cover them, no promises. And I found today somebody also posted this. This is such a great idea. 6 Christian versus 1 secret atheist. This is a Jubilee video. I think this is going to be very fun to review. I might also do this one. This one was recommended. Both of these were recommended by GV. This one is also mostly about identity politics. I think this is also going to be a fun video for me to review. So GV, I know you're in the live chat, so thank you for these recommendations. I'm going to definitely. So yeah, please join our Discord server and then go to the video recommendations channel. If you have any suggestions for me to cover, I'll do it here. Let me see what else is people are saying. Let me actually just bring this up so I could just look at you guys. So Soha is always reminding everybody to please subscribe. I checked our statistics. Half of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed. So I don't know why. Like, if you like the videos, you might as well subscribe. It's very easy, right? And only like 14% of the people hit the notification button. So if you're subscribed and not haven't hit the notification button, then you're gonna miss out on these live streams. Like, see, like I'm highlighting people's comments and we're having fun together while I go live, and I go live often. So hit the notification bell so you can join these live streams, and you could be part of the conversation too. Oh yeah, and P2020 is reminding people to follow us on Twitch. Link to that is in the description. Ghazi is here. Hi, Ghazi. I posted that. I mean, yes, GV. I knew you're in the live chat here. So thank you for that. I'm definitely gonna go cover those because those are gonna be more fun, because I think we have so many bad news. So it's great to have some fun and just look at something funny and atheism or identity politics related. Marco is saying short and sweet about a horrible story. Thank you, Armin. Oh, thank you, Marco. Oh yeah, let's keep it short and sweet. So I'm just gonna read. Okay, the rest of the comments is about just Shopam and Sriram are talking, so that's not for me. Anyways, love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Look, I did it in half an hour. I'm gonna end it right here so it doesn't get any longer. Love you guys. Bye. See you soon. No, wait, I don't love you guys. I only love the ones who have subscribed. The rest of you, no love for you.